Hello, this is Lilium, and I am here bringing you a video for the Murkmire expansion about the Fire Rock Memento. And you can get that memento by doing the Death Among the Deadwater quest. What you need to do is go to this Beel-Ranu. It's a female Argonian that's just outside the entrance to the Deadwater village. That village is located on the northwest part of the map of Murkmire. And basically once you get the quest, you just kind of go through all the prompts, do everything they tell you to do. It will have you kind of wandering around the map a bit, but it's really not too bad. Most of it is in that general northwestern region, so it's not like some quests that have you going all over Tamriel or all over the map for the zone that it's in. This video came about because I was playing with some friends and noticed the Tamed Vine-Tongues throughout Murkmire. And in games, there's nothing that's accidental. So if you see something that seems out of sorts or different, or in a place that seems unreachable, chances are there's a way to get it, because nothing's accidental with games. So my curiosity basically led me to find out about the Fire Rock Memento and how to get it. So here I wanted to get it so that I could play around with it. If you have done the New Life Festival and you did the Mud Ball quest in Auradon, then it's pretty similar to that. Basically, during the quest itself, you don't have to use a memento or any collectible item. You just hit X or, interact with E or something like that as you're doing the quest. And then when you're done, you get if you get the Mud Ball memento, then you are able to equip it at any time. You don't have to have the quest to throw mud balls, but you do have to equip the memento in order to do it. Pretty much the same thing with the Firestones. Once you're done, you'll have a memento and you'll have to equip it. Then aim and use it, but I'll show you that at the end of the video. I also find it very handy to use the rapid maneuver. I have it morphed as retreating maneuver, which basically just makes you immune to snare disabling effects. It's very helpful when you're just trying to get around the map and not be knocked off of your mount. Okay, and here's where they actually give you the fire rocks as part of the quest. So the next step is going to be to go and use them. But again, you won't have to equip anything. Since you have them in your inventory now as a quest item, you basically just have to get to the marker and aim at the Vine-Tongues. There is a tar-like, it's not really water, it's more like tar, I guess, surface that you have to get across while you're doing this part of the quest, and then the next stage as well. So basically I got a little bit lost and ended up passing the area, even though I looked right at it. So This is where I would have been had I just kept going straight. Have to pick up your alchemy ingredients while you're playing. I mean, if you don't, then you're gonna have to pay for them or farm for them all at once, and that's no fun. Got a little bit caught there on the steps. It happens. Whenever there are long sequences of dialogue in quests, I like to use that opportunity to scope out the area. You can't go too far, or it might say that you failed if you were supposed to be listening to that conversation. But you can always check for urns or backpacks or alchemy ingredients if you're outside or in a cave. Or other ingredients as well, or for clothing or blacksmithing or even jewelry. And then also, as you play, if you see other quests and you're trying to actually do as many quests as you can, or you're trying to get that area, that zone completed, it's a good idea to pick up quests as you see them if you can. I don't recommend trying to do more than one zone like this at a time, because you will run out of quest slots since they limit you to 25, but you know, if there's a repeatable one that you know you're probably not going to do it, then you might as well drop it and pick up one for the zone you're actually working on. Trying to get the Indomitable Violet color, you get that dye for your outfit and your clothing station. You can alter your appearance to look really cool with that dye, but you have to do 1,000 quests. But any quests anywhere counts the first time that you do it. If it's a repeatable, it only counts the one time. So now we're at the part where we're at the path of the Lili, and it's basically like they're putting me through trials, I guess, to get through to finish out the quest. I thought I could just power through with my mount, and you'll see what happens when you get to the tar. You pretty much die, and it resets you right at the beginning. So just use the interaction key to let the Vine-Tongues kind of grapple affect you across the nasty terrain. I couldn't figure out how to get close enough, but I kind of had to go right to the tip to get it to work of that little part of land. kind of a little bit of trial and error. These ones weren't as difficult as a little bit later on. You'll notice I had some trouble with the boss fight because it wants you to interact with the Vine-Tongues, but they're up on pedestals that are pretty high up. And for some reason, the settings didn't allow for as easy access to getting pulled to them. So I kind of had trouble with the timing on it because it wasn't consistent with allowing me to. So you just have to let her light the totem, and you have to pretty much initiate that. And talk to them. Nice that you can use your mount. And there's another totem, again a little touchy as far as getting it to actually give you that prompt. Yeah, I'm pretty much just trying to get it to give me that path totem thing. Took a little bit of effort, but when in doubt, just check your compass and your map for that arrow and make sure that you have the correct quest selected, and you should be fine. And then here's the fight that I was having trouble with. Basically, this is the first time that I attempted to defeat him. You'll notice he's got major resistances right now. I was pretty much just kind of going ham on it, just trying to get it to die. And right here I run in, and I shouldn't have done that. I died. So let's try again. Alright. I tried several times between that time and this time. This time I succeed. However, it was only by the skin of my teeth because I had trouble with this right here. See how it's not like pulling me up even though I'm interacting with it. And the NPC keeps saying, remember what you've learned, remember the Firestones. And I'm like, hey, I did remember the Firestones. How about your Vine-Tongue actually grab me this time? And look, that time it did, but I almost died. Ended up using a potion. And now it's extremely vulnerable, so I was able to kill it. So if you can just get up to the top, don't make the same mistake I did the second and third time I tried to kill it. Don't hop down if you get up to the top. Just stay up there, because the one shot that'll kill you is only on the ground. He can damage you up there. He can put poison damage on that, but he's not going to kill you up there as long as you can, you know, sustain yourself long enough to get it. And then don't travel away immediately thereafter. There is the flower that you're supposed to get right here where my character's standing. So be sure to run right over and get it. And then after you've done that, you can travel right back if you want to. Because it says that's where I'm supposed to be, so I'm going. No point in running back. And then just go right back to the marker. My food had run out too, so I wasn't sure exactly when that had happened. But always good to keep your food up. You never know what you're going to run into. I know I've had several instances where I thought I was just killing trash mobs out in the wilderness trying to get materials and whatnot. So here you can see I finally completed the quest, and I now have also completed that area. That was pretty much the village quest for this area. And then I also got the Memento. So here I'm going to show you where I was intrigued enough to go and find that Memento and why the Vine-Tongue was the reason for it. So there's a Vine-Tongue. You can see out there on that little island there's a Vine-Tongue. And it's strange because I do have my nameplates on for friendly, so that way if there's a merchant or a banker or whatnot, I can see over their head what they are. So the fact that I can see it's green, the name of them, over their heads, it's odd because it's a plant. So anywhere in Murkmire that you see this, you can definitely interact with them with this Memento. And they will just pull you right across. And again, this water here, this water is like the water in that last part of the quest. If you land in it, you will die. So don't try to swim out there and jump up on the rocks. It will not let you. I think it was slaughterfish that kill you here, but I'm not sure. I didn't jump in. I didn't feel like playing that game. But basically, if you get up to this last rock here, there's actually literature about the Vine-Tongue plants. And it pretty much just goes on about how they are meat eaters and they need water. Nothing that seemed really, essential, but just like most of the most of the eidetic memory writings in the game. Not really essential, but just interesting about the lore and about, in this case specifically about the whole reason you're able to get to that point is because of that plant. So, and then there's this one fishing hole right here, and there is a special fish that you can get here that is for housing. It's a purple item, and it's fish black marsh, and they go for like 20 some K in the guild traders. So one of my guildmates was wondering, hey, if I fish here, because you have to, come out here to do this, maybe it's a higher spawn rate for the black marsh fish. And I fished it and I didn't get anything, and she didn't either, so I don't think that it makes a difference. There are fishing holes all over Murkmire, and I've seen on forums online people saying they got them in rivers, they got them in lakes, they got them, wherever. So if you're trying to get that item, I wouldn't worry too much about a specific hole or a specific type of fishing hole either. But that is pretty much it for this video, and I hope that you found what you were looking for. And if you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. and I plan to have a lot more, hopefully helpful videos coming out soon. Thank you, and have a great day.